You'll be able to see it before me too. Make sure this is turned down.
Hmm. Oh,
All right,
it
we should
says
be
we're
live.
live. It says we are. Yes.
Good. Okay, now I'm bringing you back up so I can see you.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Casey Oswald, and I'm super excited to have Paula today. Um,
Yay!
yeah, we have become friends and talked back and forth, and I love learning from her. And hopefully, you guys can learn a little bit too about VIPKid, maybe some YouTube. Um,
I don't know how much y'all can learn from me. I've been learning from y'all, let me tell you, especially on how to do the YouTube stuff.
I think we're in a group together, and I think it's a great group, and we're all like a tight knit family in there. So it's been fun learning from everybody in there. So, oh, hi, Teacher Kelly's here. Kelly said
Yay!
hi. You both look nice in bright colors. Oh,
I know.
good.
I wore my red today because it's one of my favorite ones. It has little dumplings that look like little dinos.
Oh, cute. It does. Okay, I gotta show you my shirt if you can see it. It's kindergarten. Let
Oh,
the adventures begin. All the kindergarten classes, we had 15 the last year I was there, and we all wore our kindergarten shirts on the first day. So,
oh, that's so much fun.
yeah.
So,
Yay. Okay,
yay!
so Paula, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am also a brick and mortar teacher.
Mhm.
This is my 26th year teaching, and I have taught everywhere from pre-K to fourth grade. And 1 year I taught eighth grade algebra, but I didn't like it. So I went back to the little guys.
That's tough.
Yeah, it was very tough because I'm actually certified to teach math K through 12,
Hmm.
and I don't want to. So I went back to the little guys. I'm also certified to teach special ed, and I have my
Love it.
early childhood certification
Hmm.
and my ESL certification. In the state of Texas, you have to have all those things. But I'm currently teaching reading recovery, which is a one-on-one um, reading program that work with first graders. And in the school I work at, we teach kids that are coming from 13 different languages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're close to a big beef packing plant,
Uh-huh.
and they bring in refugees and they get them
Lots of people.
situated and they get them their green card and they get them their citizenship and stuff. And so they bring in a lot of people
Good.
with that stuff. So
So you need your ESL.
yes,
Helpful
yes.
tool.
So
Helpful tool.
yes, very much so. And then I've been married for 30 years.
Great.
So, and we have two boys. Here's my, I don't know if you can see them very good.
I can see it.
I grow big boys here in
Yeah,
Texas.
you do.
So it's kind of blurry, but one graduated from tech at the end of last school year.
Hmm.
He's living with us while he's a permanent sub at our school district and getting his teaching certificate.
Great.
And the other one is a junior at West Texas A&M University, but we just had to move him home because they closed because of the coronavirus. And
Yes.
so all of his classes are online.
Oh,
And he,
wow.
yeah, and he's a music education major, which I don't know how they're going to do all that music online.
I was just talking to somebody who's having to do her music classes online too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they said they would probably have
Wow.
to like record demos and send it into them and things like that is
Mhm.
what they're thinking. So I don't know.
Wow.
So,
Um,
so after having an empty nest, they've all come home.
oh, bring my babies home. Actually, my daughter was just here for my birthday, so that was fun to get to see her for a little bit.
Yeah.
And my son just got back from his mission trip to Panama,
Yes.
so he's doing great things there. So I can't complain. They're doing great things. My daughter just sent me pictures of a surgery she's in right now for.
Oh no.
She works at the vet, so she was
Okay.
showing me pictures of the dog. So she knows I love huskies, but she's like, he's in surgery. I'm like, oh.
Oh.
So welcome, Tasha. We have Tasha with us today.
Hello.
Yes, Tasha. So you know, when I'm looking down here, I have notes down here of questions to ask her. And when I'm looking to the right, I'm looking at the live chat. So if you're in the chat and you have a question for Paula or for me, please put it in all caps in the chat box so I can make sure I get to it. And she loves your classroom. Not sure whose, but I think we're both pretty busy classrooms.
I know. And I actually have a new background coming today or tomorrow that I ordered. So I'm getting some lighter colors for kind of spring and stuff. So
yeah, mine, you can't see all of this in my classroom. This is just when I'm in Zoom for some reason, but I've got to take my banner down. That was my happy birthday banner and I had a happy birthday hat. And I just realized you can still see Jimmy, but that's okay. So, all right. What is your why for starting with VIPKid? And I'm going to cough, so I'm going to mute my.
Okay. Originally, my why was because we needed some extra income. And I knew that it was going to take a while. And so I got it started while I was even doing a second job. So I was doing teaching. And then I was a door greeter at Walmart.
Oh,
I was one of those that would say, welcome, you know.
I think you have the personality for that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it is. It really was fun. And then once I got on with VIPKid and I got built up with my classes and stuff, because I knew it would take a little bit of time, I was able to quit that job.
Yeah.
And so now I just do my brick and mortar and this. And now that we've got one kid through college and we've got savings like we're supposed to, you know, and all that for the emergencies and everything, I could probably quit VIPKid, but my why now is because I just love it so much.
It is so much fun.
Yes, and I would do it full time and not do my brick and mortar, but I am so vested in my retirement with that right now. You know, I mean, this is my 26th year teaching, so you think about that retirement.
Right? You're so close. I don't know. Did you make a video on that or did you and I talk about that sometime?
I think you and I talked about that.
Okay. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, wait, I know about this already.
Yes. Yep.
Good. So you've already told us you're a brick and mortar teacher. So my daughter was in reading recovery.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I like hearing about that one.
It's a great program.
In her school, they didn't have enough funding, so they only took the bottom like percentage and took the rest of the kids out. And she was one that got out, and it was so sad. I was so bummed. But you know, I'm a teacher, so my friends gave me the book. We may have borrowed the book every day.
Hey, works for me.
Right? So what does your VIPKid schedule look like?
Well, during school, I usually teach 3 classes before I head out to school. So I teach a 5:30, a 6, and a 6:30. And then I leave for my brick and mortar class on weekdays. Right now, with them being home, then I can work in the evenings.
Oh, yeah.
So I do some classes in the evenings. But when they're in school, you know, they don't open except like on Friday nights. I usually do 5 to 6 classes.
Yeah.
And then Saturdays, I do probably 5 in the morning and about 5 or 6 in the evenings, and then I take Sundays off.
I wonder if that's why I'm always booked on Sundays, because so many people take Sundays off.
When I first started, I didn't. I was teaching,
right?
You know, and I probably taught 7 days a week for over a year, and then I was like, I got to start taking some time off and stuff. So
I'm still at the 7 days a week. I'm not there yet. But I don't have any children at home and I don't have a brick and mortar classroom right now. So really, and it's before everybody wakes up. So to me, I'm like, I just get up at the same time every day and it forces me to get out of bed and get moving.
Right. Well, when I first started, I didn't have anybody at home either.
So you did 7 days.
I just had to, you know, had my husband and we saw each other in the between the times. So.
Right. So are you tech savvy and what tech do you use in your classroom?
Well, I can't necessarily say I'm real tech savvy, but I'm but I'm teachable. Does that
Sure.
So, and I will go out and learn if I want to. So, and I can
Yeah.
figure it out real fast. So, I guess maybe that way I am tech savvy. And I
That's good.
really don't use much tech in my classroom. I'm a 2D 2D rewards, 3D
Mhm.
rewards. So, tech wise, I probably don't use much in my classroom at all.
So what are your favorite rewards and props?
Well, my favorite prop is my dino puppet. And I have a different dino puppet because a lady's mother-in-law made my puppets. And so my dino's mouth moves.
Oh, he's so cute.
So she made the dino, and she made Mike and Meg.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and look at how awesome that has his hood and everything. And they even have their freckles. So when you do the freckles
Oh,
lesson, you can show the freckles and
I
stuff.
did it yesterday.
Yes. So these are probably, they are probably my favorite ones.
Cute.
So that she made. Now, my favorite reward, I don't know. I don't know that I really have a favorite reward. I don't know.
What
Sorry.
kinds do you use? Do you use a lot of Find a Star,
Well,
tic-tac-toe, or just
I just give them, sometimes I'll just give them stars based on what they like.
huh?
And I do have a lot of different stars and things because I know like some of them like the Elsa. So I have like
Oh, yeah.
the different color Elsas.
Cute.
And then I have some that like the cars, and so I have cars, all different cars. And then I actually do have cars that I give them,
Okay, yes.
so those. And then I have the ice cream like you do.
Uh-huh.
And then they like this rainbow.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
this rainbow is just from Walmart, and I give
Oh, it
them a
comes
color. It comes
apart.
apart, and I've got magnets on the back, and
Did
so
you
they can.
put the magnets on there?
I did.
Nice.
It was in the children's section. It was like I think maybe $9.
Man,
And so
that's a good idea.
we're able to teach colors too. And
Yeah.
they really like the rainbow one. So yeah, it was a good investment.
Nice. I'm gonna check the chat
And
real quick. Oh, go ahead.
oh, and then I just saw another one of my favorite ones when I was bending down picking this up. I love Mr. Potato Head. And and since I teach so many littles, they like him too. And I have the Mr. Potato Head and the Mrs. Potato Head. And so they can choose.
I do not have a potato head. Can you believe it?
Oh my
Kindergarten teacher
gosh.
without a potato head. I know. I need to get
I
one.
cannot believe that. And they love it because I'll save the mouth for last. And I'll go like this.
Oh yeah, you did a video on that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I watch your
Yeah.
videos. See?
Yes. So yeah, those are probably my favorites.
Super cute.
So.
So, Paula, I love your makeup. It is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And Kelly said she takes off every other Sunday. On Sundays, she works only the PPT slots. So, hey, Tasha, if you're still here, are you a VIPKid teacher as well? I think, I'm trying to remember if I recognize, I think she is. Let's see. Candy, Paula, what headphones do you use?
They are Razer brand. They're a
Oh, I'm already,
Razer brand, a gaming headphone, and it's Razer Razor, and I got them at Best Buy.
good.
And they're really good. They're cordless, and I've not had any trouble with them at all.
Great,
So
great. You've got lots of questions in the chat. I'll check back in a little bit. I have a habit of wanting to read them instead of my
I
own.
know. That's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna read them, and I thought, no, I can't. Okay.
Well, welcome everybody. We have 10 friends in the chat.
Yay! Hello.
Please ask questions in caps if you get a chance, so that I know that you're talking to me or to Paula. And please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And I will check the chat here in just a little bit. Let's see. I always forget to say that. Not always, but a lot of times. What is a challenge as a VIPKid teacher that you've had to overcome?
wanting to help them too much.
The babies, the little ones.
Yeah, yes, wanting to do too much for them and wait to let them. I think wait time.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny because you've been teaching for 26
I
years.
know, I know. And in the classroom and in my classroom, I can I can do that. I can wait them out no matter what.
Hmm.
But I think maybe because I know I'm on a time limit,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking, "Oh," and so that's been a hard thing.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely. You're right. You're right.
So,
um, so how do you handle tough, distracted, sleepy kiddos? What are some of
well,
your tips?
I have one that she's always very, very tired. And so we will get up and move around, and I will turn things into songs to where we have to dance with them and things. And I think probably out of most of her classes, she comes to me very tired. And so
Yeah.
we do have to move around a lot. Distracted kids, younger kids, I'll start singing to them, or mainly, yeah, start singing to them or start doing something funny. Bring out puppets, something that they like or something that
Mhm.
they want to do. Or I'll start asking them, where is Dino? And they all know Dino, they love him. And so
Yeah.
that kind of makes them start thinking, well, I don't know, where is Dino?
Are you bringing him?
Yeah, well, I don't know. What are you gonna do with him? Or sometimes I'll even take a star off if I have one back here, and I'll go, oh, Dino's eating your star. And so it's like, if you want your, I'm implying if you want your star back, you better come,
Right.
back and stuff.
Did
So,
you
and
hear Morgan said she sings "Where is so and so?" and they're like,
yes,
"Here I am," and they come back.
yes, yes, I
Like that's so
know.
cute.
And then the bigger ones, like if they're playing, if I can tell they're playing a game or something, I'll just ask them, "What game are you playing?" And they'll look at me like,
Yeah.
"I'm not playing a game."
What?
And I'll go, "Yeah, tell me, what game are you playing?" And then because I have boys, and so I've grown up with these boys, I know some of those games.
Right?
And I can start talking to them about those games, and I'll say, "Well,
Mhm.
have you beat," and they're like,
What?
I know, and they're like, and then so the more you know about what they're doing, they're like, "Oh, I better pay attention. She knows what's
Mhm.
going on." So
I had one the other day, and I love my Find a Stars, and it's Minecraft. So I had an older boy who was just kind of like, so I brought it up, and I'm like, okay. And he was playing a game or something. I'm like, three, two, one, up. And he's like, wait, wait. And I'm
yeah,
like, oh, next slide.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yep, I got you.
Right. Okay, I keep going to read the
I
chat.
know.
Oh, I know the answer to this, but are you a YouTuber? And okay, are you a YouTuber?
Yes, I'm a YouTuber, but I only started in June, back in
Mhm.
June during the summer, because I just thought, oh, I have the summertime. What am I going to do? I'm going to make some YouTube videos. And then I kind of quit and let it slide off. And
Mhm.
then I got to visit with Nancy Taylor when I met her in Nashville. And she's like, you need to start that back. And so I've started that back. And so I've been working on building that. So, yes.
That Nancy Taylor. I had my coaching call with her this morning. Love it.
Oh,
I'm telling you, it gets me motivated. I told you this morning I was like getting lots of stuff done, except I forgot to finish my feedback.
oh no.
Anybody want to remind me later? No, I set my alarm.
Yeah.
So, how long does it take you to record and edit a video? Does it take you all day for one or?
Um, well, now that I've got the hang of it, not so much. But when I was first starting, it took me pretty much the best part of a day
Mhm.
to do it all and everything. But now that I've figured out how to do Canva to get the thumbnail done,
Mhm.
and I do Filmora, the Wondershare Filmora, and I've got that one pretty much figured out. And so I can. Probably takes me a couple of hours still to do
Yeah.
one. So, but
I honestly have not gotten into the editing at all. I just need to do it. I have lots of videos that are sitting just to the side that I have not edited.
I'm thankful for that editing, because I'll sit there and I'll be recording and I'll go, oh, that didn't sound good. And I'll say that to the camera, oh, that didn't sound good. And then I'll go, okay. And I'll clap like I'm taking take one.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh.
Okay, back. Do you have a favorite teaching moment or a funny story?
Well, when I was reading over those questions, I thought, okay, my funny story is a level 1 student, the mom is right beside her and the mom burps. Well, we just ignore it and we go on. No, at first, no big deal or anything. Well, then she burps. Excuse me. Then she burps again. And I'm like, the little girl kind of goes, well, then it was so loud, she farted. And the little girl covered her nose and fell over to the side, like, ooh, like this. And so when mom finally got her up, she was going like this the rest of the class.
Oh no.
Yes, so I was like, must have been really bad.
I am like a 5-year-old. I would have been on the ground laughing with her.
Well, I was laughing there for a while, and then I thought, I feel sorry for that mom. And I thought she'll never rebook me, because she's too embarrassed or think. But
Right.
no, she's become one of my regulars. And
Oh,
now I
funny.
talk to mom on screen every now and then and everything. So I'm like, okay, well, we had a bonding moment there.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
Wow, curious. Anybody else have that happen to them in class?
yeah, that was very interesting. So.
Hopefully not. Oh, wow. Okay, guess what? I get to check the chat box.
Okay.
So,
Woohoo.
super excited to see what we have going on here. Oh, thanks for sharing the link, Evelyn. Amy
Yes,
QJ said
Evelyn.
she loves those puppets.
Oh, thank you.
They're super
Thank
cute.
you. Yes.
Oh, Evelyn, poor Joshy. He wasn't feeling well earlier during Evelyn's live, and now he just had a bloody nose.
Yes, Evelyn, I was listening to I'm going off topic, but I was listening to her part 3 of painting while I was doing my makeup, so I couldn't respond.
Uh-huh.
And my son and husband both had bloody noses, and they suffered from that at that younger age and everything. They started his mom, and then she had me start with my son. We started giving them alfalfa, like, you can get it. It's an organic, but it's an alfalfa,
Huh.
and we started giving them that, and it helped.
Oh, wow.
So that's just something. It's like I say, it's organic. If it
Mhm.
helps everybody, I don't know, but
Right. My
I
daughter
thought I'd
had
share that.
them, had them in the evenings, and we were told just take a little Aquaphor, put it on a Q-tip, and just put it right
Uh-huh.
here on the outside, and she's never, knock on wood, had them again.
Yeah, and that Aquaphor is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. Man, you're getting all kinds of tips, not just VIPKid. Okay, let's see. Paula, I have a potato head. Please tell me how you use it. I have 2 to 3 of them. Oh man, I need one.
Well, I take everything off except for the legs. And then with the little guys, I'll just start putting them on. I don't give them a choice or anything. And I always save the mouth for last. I'll say, "Oh, look, she needs eyes, eyes," and then I'll put it on. She's got eyes. And then I'll do each part like that. I always do the arms and the ears at the same time
Mhm.
to do that and everything. And so oh, look, I always put it on my face first. I don't know why I started doing that, but I did.
It's good.
Oh, look, she needs a nose, a pink nose. And we always laugh.
I love your giggle.
And the kids giggle with me and stuff. So, and they're so cute giggling too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Aw.
But then the older kids, and yes, some of my older kids will choose it because if I give them a choice, they'll ask for it if I don't give them that choice. And then they have to tell me what part they want.
Okay.
I want the eyes, and I've even started having some of them say, "Can I have the eyes, please?"
Uh-huh.
I
Good.
started having them tell me that. So that's how I use
Great.
them.
Oh, Evelyn, thank you. She said Tasha is from VIPKid. Let's see. Oh, hello, Amy, Danny, Candy. I'm sure I'm missing people. Thank you for coming, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
Evelyn. Oh, so that's not for us. Let's see. Kelly said you have 12 hours. Don't worry. I know, Kelly, but you know me, I'm like such a rule follower. I'm like, it should have been done.
Okay,
Kelly and Danny are
earlier.
like, Casey, chill out.
Oh yeah,
Stop worrying about the rules.
I know, and I didn't say anything, but I haven't done mine yet either. So And when it's school and I go to buy brick and mortar, it doesn't get done till my afternoon conference.
Oh,
And I
okay.
just never worry about it. I'm thinking it'll get done in plenty of time. So
But you guys know me. I forget things.
they email you
True.
after a certain time. They email you. Candy Addicted asked me what this sign was earlier, and I took it down.
Oh yeah.
This says hello in
Now.
Chinese. And then this says, and then Teacher Paula. Jordan Grant has an Etsy shop where she's selling these, and they can be personalized with your name.
Good.
Yeah, and so she's a good friend of mine. And there's something that's going on with them with the Good Fortune box this month. Jordan's a featured teacher, and I don't know if they're having like I don't know what they're doing with it, but she's the featured teacher on it. So it came from her. She has an Etsy shop. It's called Stitch Please 662. Yeah, I need to ask her why the 662. I wonder what the story is behind that.
That's funny. Can you name it whatever you want, or do you have to take their names?
No, you can name it whatever you want on Etsy. Yeah.
I've only been on Etsy once. I've ordered one thing from Etsy so far. Let's see. Oh, Teacher Kelly said, I heard it's not rude to burp and fart in China, so maybe she wasn't embarrassed.
Well, that's true. She might not have been. So, yeah, probably
But her
not
daughter
been.
certainly was.
Her daughter thought it was bad smelling.
Paula, where did you get your shirt, your T-shirt?
This one is from the ESL Boutique. And that's what it's called, ESL. I think it's just ESL Boutique, or it's ESL Teacher Boutique.
Okay.
And I don't know. I ordered it, and I ordered another one in January because all of her sales that month went to another VIPKid teacher who was struggling with cancer.
Oh.
So yeah, that's why.
That's an amazing cause.
I told my husband, I said, I want both of them, and he's like, well, it's going for that. Go ahead, So
yeah. Good.
I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. So.
Oh, me too. Danny, she said, I love the rainbow too. Oh, hey, Mindy. Mindy's here. Do your regulars float around to other teachers, or do they mostly stay with you?
I have some that float around to other teachers, but then I have I have 7 that I'm solely their own teacher.
And where did it go? Why do you think they like to have multiple VIPKid teachers?
I think they're encouraged to have multiple VIPKid teachers so that they get a different outlook or a different view on how things are going to sound, the accent, the intonation, things like that, or it just may be how different things are taught. It's like kind of like a classroom of teachers. If you go into a classroom, I'm going to be teaching it a little bit different than you're going to be teaching it, and which one is going to be better for that kid. So
right. I was just thinking the same thing. It's the same objectives taught in 2 different ways.
Right.
And
right.
maybe your child is more, an auditory learner with a teacher that speaks more hands-on, so I think it's definitely good to have multiple. I think it's good to have multiple teachers, even though I want to keep them all for myself.
I know. Because sometimes when I see somebody else's hat on, I went, what did you do with my baby?
I have one that probably about once since I got back from Hawaii, or since I left for Hawaii, they've booked one teacher, I don't know, maybe once a month. So once in January, once in February, once in March. And the teachers write such negative feedback. There is a little baby driving the car. Sorry, I looked out the window. Well, we're on a dead end cul-de-sac. So, but where was I going, Paula? Oh, so she gets negative feedback from all the other teachers, and I'm kind of like, she was so naughty for me at the beginning, but knock on wood, I've never had trouble with her since. And we've had 65 classes together in my 200 and something days. So this morning when I saw she was naughty again for somebody else, I'm like,
When I first started, I really clicked with a little boy that had tons and tons of negative feedback. But he and I clicked for some reason. And so there for a long time, I taught him solely. I was his only teacher. He would act out. He would do whatever. But then he got better and better and better. And now I don't teach him, but I'll go back every now and then. I'll look at the comments and I'm thinking, he has good comments now, and I'm thinking, yes, y'all are welcome. I did that. I got him to that point for you. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Cute. Kelly, that
So,
makes sense. I have a lot of burping kids and they don't blink. Danny, oh, that's at teacher Mindy. Or the one that pooped in class with me the other day. So gross. Yeah,
oh.
I'm kind of tired of being in the bathroom with teenage boys. I mean, I've never saw anything, but they're just sitting there on the toilet. And I'm just,
Oh, no. Do you hear it?
I hear the toilet flush,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Danny, you want to elaborate on that, or are you good to just? Let's see,
Oh.
Teacher Kelly. I think she's so good about putting things in caps. So
Yes.
for me, Paula, advice, please. I have a level 6 that went to boarding school in Australia. She sounds like Crocodile Dundee. I don't know how much of her accent to correct and how much to let go.
Oh, that would be tough. I don't know. And I don't teach, the highest I teach is level 6. So I don't know if I
Mhm.
said that. So accent wise, that is hard. But yeah, I would try to, what I would do if it was me, I would pinpoint the vocabulary words. And if she's showing that accent on those vocabulary words, I would really overextend probably on those because that's what your objective is. But if
Mhm.
the vocabulary words sound pretty good, I don't know. I would just pick a few of them. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want you don't wanna overdo it, but you do want her to get a better accent.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
How
Ooh.
long did you say you've been in VIP Kid?
I I've signed my 3rd contract. I'm into my
Okay.
3rd contract. So,
Okay. Good. Let's see.
I
Oh, so
still
if
feel like a
anybody,
newbie.
what's that? You
I
still
still
play?
feel like a newbie.
I'm 7 months in. um, so if anybody has advice for Candy, put that in the chat box too. I'd love to hear an answer to that too.
Yeah,
That's
I
an
deal with
interesting topic.
kids every day that have their accent from wherever they're from because we have some that are from way other places and even their English, they're working on that accent. They have that accent. And so we really
Mhm.
try to correct that, but we don't want to overdo it. So
Right.
it's really hard.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Amy Q, it's also simply schedules. A favorite teacher might get booked and they still need to take a class. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true too. Or they're on vacation or something.
Oh, poor Danny. She saw it all and had to put in a ticket.
Ooh, Danny.
I'm so sorry, Danny. Next time I will leave the classroom. Yeah, I don't blame you. Ugh.
That's nasty.
Ugh. So sorry. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head back over to my notes here. And if you have any more questions for Paula or for me, please put them in the chat. And man, am I talking really fast today or what? This is going by super fast for me. I think because I like to talk to you guys that my speech is getting faster and faster when I'm getting comfortable out here. I don't know.
Or I'm just not talking enough. I don't know, maybe. Which my husband would say is not the case
I was
because
gonna
I
ask
can
you
talk to everybody. And that's
that.
I teach we live and I teach now in the town that I was born and raised in.
Right.
And my roots here go back so far that my parents went to junior high here. That's how, we know everybody. We're here.
Hmm.
And so my boys won't even go to Walmart with me anymore because they're like, it's going to be a 2-hour trip. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that was me on base in Germany. We were there for 10 years. Not definitely not like you, but everyone becomes your family there because we don't have
Mhm.
families with
Oh,
us.
yeah.
So my husband's always like, either I'm going in the commissary or I'm not going with you.
Yeah.
He'd rather go shopping by himself than go with me because it takes us too long to get out of
Yes,
there.
exactly.
Okay, so Paula, what are some qualities of a good teacher?
Some qualities of a good teacher. Well, patience is always the first one that you need. Patience, but I also think that positivity.
Oh yeah.
Something may not be positive, but you can always take a positive twist on it.
Mhm.
And so I think
I
being
agree.
as positive as possible.
I'm a silver lining kind of person.
And I
I
am
usually, yeah.
too. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
usually try to find that. And Okay, this is kind of on that topic, so I'm not really going off topic, but in Facebook the other day, I saw some posts about somebody bashing VIPKid. And when I looked up her name, she was bashing VIPKid in our VIPKid forums.
Mm,
In, from this is a year or two ago, so I don't even know if she's still teaching. But it just made me think that her negativity is probably why she's having a negative experience.
right.
And I just think, you know, speaking positive, having positive thoughts kind of makes for a more
Yeah.
positive experience.
Yeah.
So that's just
Yeah.
my own little,
Yeah. Well, positivity breeds positivity. I mean,
yeah.
people feed off of you and your and how you are, and so
Mhm,
that's how I think that's how I think the kids are too. Even in the classroom, coming
mhm.
to the camera and stuff, they can tell if you're happy to be there,
Yeah,
or if it's just a drag or whatever. So, yeah.
I agree. So I think having a good start or a good experience in VIPKid can
Oh
have a
yeah.
lot to do with how positive you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
good. So what is one of your best qualities for being a teacher? What do you think is your
uh,
strength?
well, I think that's probably it, positive, because I find the positive in every kid, even in my brick and mortar classes.
Mhm,
Um, when I was in the classroom, I was the inclusion classroom because I was special ed certified. So I always had the inclusion kids, and they're always other teachers were always like, "Oh, don't you just dread that?" And I'm like, "No, I love them.
mine
It's
too.
just they were my babies, and because of how I treated them and I looked at them as people, they were
Mhm,
just normal children. All of my other children in the classroom, they did too. And so they would be successful because
mhm.
those other kids were going to feed off of me and
Yes.
how I acted. And so but so I think even just looking for the best and everything. And that's even in my online classroom. I
Mm,
I may be having a bad day, but I'm gonna check it out as soon as that camera comes on, and that kid's never gonna know
right.
that. And so being friendly, I think, is a lot of it too.
Yeah. And they don't always get that. I
No,
mean,
they don't.
in class in brick and mortar and
And even
in
in this,
China or
yeah, and
anywhere,
especially right now. And so even I think that that's 25 minutes. That's their safe place with me, and
Mhm,
I need to love them as much as I can through that camera in that
mhm.
25 minutes. So,
Today I was singing, and you've heard me say it many times. I don't like to sing, especially when parents are there, but this kid always sings with me, so we have a lot of fun. And today I was like, "Sorry, mom and dad."
ah,
And he busts out laughing. He's like, "They left us for the park."
ah.
I was like, "Oh, good. I don't have to worry about them hearing me sing." But he's so comfortable with me now that he's just like, "Ah,
Yeah,
he's so cute."
that's
Okay,
good
let's
though.
see. We talked about that advice. Oh, thank you, Evelyn Joy. She said thumbs up the live. Thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Working on
Ah,
250 is my goal for March. So
ah.
let's see. Are your husbands working at home now? If so, how are you handling sharing a working space? My husband is not. We're still waiting to hear, but my husband is not home yet.
My husband is, and I know a lot of y'all know he had to have a kidney removed in January
Oh, I
because
didn't.
he had a cancerous mass on it.
Oh,
And yeah, and the mass was big enough that they had to take the whole kidney. And so he is working from home just because we have to be very careful. Even though he's been released by the doctor and stuff, we still have to
mhm.
be very careful with what he's exposed to. So he has moved home, but I'm in the utility room and nobody wants to come in here. And so I'm good to go. And we have him set up at the kitchen table. So we
Okay.
have all his stuff
Would
set up
never
there.
have noticed. That's a great setup.
So yeah, yeah, let me show y'all. I'm gonna move my camera.
I
Here's
just got my first
my
camera that I can.
utility room.
Ah,
See, I'm just right here. And this door right here goes into my garage.
oh, okay.
Yeah. And then this curtain
Oh,
right here
sorry.
takes me that curtain right there takes me right straight into the kitchen. So
Oh, okay. I'm
yeah.
sorry, guys. Many of you have seen me jump a million times in these lives lately because the
Yes.
lizards are out and they keep jumping on my window to get
Oh.
flies and stuff. They're outside, but all of a sudden I see a lizard jumping on the window.
Yes.
Yeah, I've only been in Florida. This is only my first full summer, so I'm not used to it. And there was a snake on my walk the other night, so I'm not
Ooh.
afraid of these things. If somebody's holding them, I will touch them and hold them. But to see them on the ground and stuff, I'm like, I don't know
Yes.
what kind you are, but the lizard is sitting right here looking at me right now. You want to see?
Oh gosh. Yes. Move your
Okay, I'll
camera.
show you why they're because it's my window is right here. Can you
Oh
see that?
gosh.
So he
Yes.
jumped on my window and scared me, but he got a huge mosquito hawk just now. So hey,
Oh yeah. There you go.
okay, I just bought this, so I don't really know. Oh, I did it.
Yay, look at you.
Okay, that's funny. So Paula, what is your favorite teaching resource, professional development, or book?
um well, I would have to say all of y'all. Yeah, and y'all, if I need questions answered, I'll go, look up what y'all say on Facebook, YouTube's. But because I am a brick and mortar teacher and the reading recovery is an ongoing learning thing, we have to read books for it. So I can't necessarily say that I read other than for that stuff. And
Right.
I do, think that sometimes that kind of helps with what I'm doing anyway, with what I'm learning.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I can only remember one of those readings in that book
Ah,
that I did with my daughter years ago.
yeah, we're always having like articles and stuff to read, and so that really
Right.
cuts down on that.
Candy said, "Oh my God, Casey, those lizards are creepy." Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Thumbs up. Mine isn't, Mindy. Mindy said, "Oops. Okay, on a positive note, I love sharing an office with my husband now." I was just wondering if she was being sarcastic because she's trying to be
ah.
positive or if she really does.
Oh,
I tell
that's
you,
funny.
many of you have heard me talk about my husband. He's the most chill person ever. So I could share space. In fact, there is a desk over there, but he took his elsewhere so he doesn't make noises during class. But
Ah,
he's not usually here. So,
that's funny. That's good though. Well, and my husband, he does go out and visits farmers in his business and stuff, so he's not always here. So,
yeah. There's a great question from Candy. What would be your top 3 tips for new teachers?
um, to not be over hard on yourself. Well, I don't know how to say that that doesn't sound very good. Over hard. Don't be too hard on yourself because you're not gonna. I looked back a couple of days at my first class and I just winced and I was like, "Ugh." So not to be too hard on yourself. And don't don't make it too hard because it's really
Mhm.
not that hard. And people say, "Oh, you have so many props and rewards. Where do I need to get all that?" Remember, I was a classroom teacher. And
That's me
so
too.
a lot of mine came, I didn't have to buy and they came to me. So,
Mhm.
just make it as simple as it can be. It doesn't have to be that hard.
Yeah.
And this is something that I've even tell some of my mentors in the brick and mortar that I teach. The kid will learn in spite of you.
Mm,
So no matter what you do, somehow that kid is going to learn. So
sorry. He's like right at my
you're
nose.
just too funny. Too
You
funny.
guys know I'm busy. I can't help my distractions over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Candy, that's a
And
great question.
so and to go slow. If you think you're going slow, go slower.
I don't know. My first classes were almost 30 minutes. Don't tell Kelly Tag.
Oh gosh.
My first like 2 weeks of teaching was like to 30-minute mark until I started teaching back-to-back classes and learning like,
Mhm.
but it was hard for me to move on without them knowing it. I wanted them to know it before I moved on, which is something I had to learn in my brick and mortar classroom too. The whole
Mhm.
spiraling back around, it comes
Mhm.
back around. Yeah, it took me some time. You can do a lot in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Paula, are you from Texas?
I am. Can't you
The
tell by my accent? Howdy y'all.
the all y'all saying is said so much here. I'm from Texas, is why I'm asking.
Oh, who's from Texas?
That's Mindy, teacher Mindy.
Oh, Mindy, where from? You'll have to tell us where from in Texas.
I told you guys yesterday, I've never said y'all more than reading your chats because I'm from Boston. We say use guys. Use guys, awesome,
Well, the other day I was listening to, sometimes you can hear the kids right before that you press play, and I heard this little girl, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's a little Texas accent over in China."
Mhm.
How she was talking, because she was talking just like me.
Yeah, I worked with a lady, Miss Sikorsky, and she's from Texas, and her accent was thick. And my friend's daughter was in her kindergarten class. So one day her daughter comes into our classroom and she's like, "And I got to do the bell." And we looked at her like, "What?" We call Miss Sikorsky, like, "What are you doing?" It
Yeah.
was so cute.
Yep,
So
it
cute.
comes out, that's for sure.
But I love when the kids copy it, even without thinking.
That's right.
Let's see. She said, "Yes, I was being a bit sarcastic in my comment about sharing space with my husband." Oh, Mindy. Oh, that's awesome. She said, "Oh, cool. I live in Magnolia, just northwest of Houston. Do you know if she lives near me?"
Now, I live in the Texas Panhandle. I live north of Amarillo.
I don't know my geography.
I mean, you know that Texas, that little tip that's right close next to Oklahoma?
Uh-huh.
That's where I live.
Okay, I'm in the Panhandle in Florida, so let's see. Okay, we answered that question. Oh, Amy is in Texas too.
Oh,
Wow, guys,
Amy, where
Galveston.
are you? Oh, Galveston. Okay.
Mhm.
My husband is from oh my gosh, I just lost it. He's from the valley down there. I'll have to think of what his name town. Sherryland is the high school he went to when he was down there. So yeah, I know where that area is too. So
Oh,
yeah.
the only time I went to Texas was in basic training and my tech school when I was in the Air Force. So,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, 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 yes. Texas is a big state.
So that was my only experience with Texas. So I guess I got to go back and really experience Texas instead of being yelled at for 6 weeks.
There you go. There you go. I don't know if you saw that one. Candy asked me what my favorite supplemental class is.
No, how did I miss that? Tell
Yeah.
me, Candy.
And it's it's voice of VIPKid, y'all, and I cannot sing worth a flip. I cannot carry a tune in a bucket, let me tell you. But I love voice of VIPKid because you can just have fun. You can just let loose and have fun with those kids, and I can extend with the best of them on those voice of VIPKid classes.
I just need to get a child that'll participate and be goofy with me because my only experience was the little one, like,
Oh, I can even do those. I can door those. I guess I just let my inner music person that wants to be musical come out.
okay, the next thing we're going to do is a Zoom call and you're going to teach me voice of VIP and I'm just going to sit there
Yeah,
and see if you can like door that up for me.
and okay, and my family, they just laugh at me like there is nothing going on, because I showed you where my kitchen is, and then my living room is just right on the other side. Well, both of my boys were in choir, like in college and everything, so they can sing.
Yeah.
And I can be just doing all this stuff and everything, and I can hear them, and they're laughing. And oh my gosh, and I'm thinking, oh well, here we go. This is my mom.
Oh, speaking of
I
that,
don't
did you
know.
see they're doing away with those?
I did, yes.
Mhm.
And I did go ahead and get certified for the new voice.
Oh, did you?
I got to get me some voice.
I certified for all the science. Give me dinosaurs, the power of the sun, all of those. I'm so excited.
That's
What was I
funny.
going to tell Candy? Oh, I think it was Candy that talked about doing supplementary classes for our next collaboration. I want to mention that on Monday we are doing it. I need to get a consistent time for Monday, so I'm going to talk with the ladies and see. But we are talking about our favorite supplementary classes. So we're going to do it a little different, I think, if everyone's on board for it. So I'll let you know. Let's see. Oh, Amarilla's. Far from me. Paula, please tell me your feedback tips. Feedback template, Google Slides, copy
I,
the template.
I do not use Google Slides or any templates or anything. I totally just off the cuff write what I did and everything. Now with the littles, I don't go into any detail about what we did because moms are there.
Mm,
And so I don't go, we did this, we did this. I will explain like why I did something, you know, um,
mm.
you might, and it might even say, you might have noticed today I did not have her keep repeating the word, and I'll say like a word, and I'll say it's because it wasn't one of my target goals today. And
Uh-huh.
because sometimes mom will want them to repeat words that keep repeating words that I don't want them to repeat over and over
Right.
again. And so in the feedback, I'll say, um, I didn't do this. This is why I didn't do this. Or I'll say, you'll notice I had them keep repeating the sentence. The reason is they kept leaving out the small word a. And
Oh,
then I'll
okay.
say, a is a very important word in the English language because it can change the meaning of a sentence. So I explained to them why I did things
Mm-hmm.
or and then I'll explain to them what their child did really good. Today, Bao Bao said a complete sentence on their own or independently. He said, I like apples. I'm not sure the parents realize that even if they say 3 words, that's a complete sentence. So I want
Right.
them to know that that was something really good.
Right.
So, and in daily, and I'm going back to my brick and mortar class, but y'all daily, I have to write a little blurb for every child I see
Mm-hmm.
of what we did, why we did it, and how I interacted with that child. So that
Right.
has really, really helps with all of this feedback too. So,
Good. I need to do
yeah.
something about feedback. I'm at 3% for 5 apples.
And I was gonna look at that before I got on, and I didn't, because I don't know why. I was gonna look at my apples because
Okay.
I'm doing pretty good on that. I have taught. I have 645 five apples, and I have
Great.
taught 1,378 classes. So not quite half of mine I've received feedback on.
Oh, that is amazing because I am at like, I forget how many classes, but my apples are just terrible. I just don't get any feedback. Knock on wood, I haven't gotten anything lower than 5. But
Right.
unless I ask for it, I don't get it. And it's just
Well,
I have
and
all regulars and
that's what people say, you got to ask for it, or don't ask for it. And I don't ask for it all the time. And I need to do some YouTube videos over feedback because I know I've read the Ed Nace books and he's got a great bunch of advice and everything.
mhm,
But and I use some of that. I do. I will totally say that I stole some of his and everything. But
mhm,
I will always go like, thank you for sharing. Thank you. And I always change it out. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for choosing. Thank you for selecting. Thank you for honoring. Thank you for allowing me to teach your daughter, your student, or
okay.
your child. And also thank you for your 5 apple feedback. And then I'll say something like, I would love to know what Shannon liked about class today. And then on my regulars, once a week, I add in the little thing that comments with 5 apples are very important. And I always put very important in great big letters to VIPKid, teachers, and other parents. I
Okay, I
would
need to watch this again.
I would appreciate it. I would appreciate if you would take time out of your busy schedule to leave me comments with 5 apples.
Ooh, good one. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back so I can write this down. That is great.
So,
Amy said beach meetup after Corona. Beach like come to see me in Florida, or is there a beach in Texas you guys are all talking about? Y'all are talking about. I feel like I'm not supposed to say y'all since I'm not from there. Like that's like a no-no thing for a New Englander to say. Let's see. Mindy said, yes, that would be fun. Yes, just act a fool. I'm a food ninja.
Ah,
Oh, Kelly said she has to go to the grocery store. Wish
oh,
her
bless her
luck.
heart. Yes.
Watch the rest later. Thanks for coming, Kelly. We
Yes,
appreciate
Kelly.
you. Mindy, oh my, you should have the boys come on as a guest singer.
I should. And this one little girl, I do her VIPKid, I VIP voice. I probably do her 2 times a week with VIP voice. I should have them come sing for her one time because she would probably think that was great.
That is funny. My son would love that. He used to come at the end of the school year because his college got out sooner. He would come and teach the kids the end of the school year songs for me.
Oh, how fun.
They would do the like first grade, first, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sing it. To New York, New York.
Ah.
Kelly, be safe. Yep, just type your Amy said, yep, just type your own quick, easy, short, and sweet. Paula, how long does it take you to do feedback?
I could, if I really just did it and not sit there and think a little bit, because sometimes I like to change the words around because I want them to translate better.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I would just do it, probably about 5 minutes each.
Oh, I'm
But when
terrible.
I first started, it would take me forever.
Yeah.
It would. But once you kind of get and that's why I keep thinking, okay, I need to make a YouTube video because once you kind of get some of those key words that you know you're going to use
Right.
down, it kind of goes faster.
I need to do it. I've been copying and pasting from the templates. I can't remember what we do in class. I'm so bad at remembering. My short-term memory is just terrible.
I do a sticky note, and this is I could do a video on this one. I do a sticky note for each kid, for each
Oh yeah.
class. I write their name on it, and then I write like what my reward was, and then I write
Mhm.
if they did what they did good and everything. And then I have a spiral which I've moved to the living room with each kid's name on it, and I stick it in that spiral.
Oh, okay.
And so then I have it with me.
Oops. Let's see. What book did she say she read that helped with her feedback? Ed Nace.
Yeah.
Ed Nace. Yeah, I bought that one. I just haven't read it yet.
I know. I said I wish it was on audio because I have a 15 to 20-minute drive every day to work and
Yeah.
back, and so I wish it was on.
Hey, Ed Nace, if you ever watch my videos.
Yes, we want it read to us.
Oh, Amy said Galveston is an island. Oops.
Oh,
I told you I have no idea.
oops.
I really need to learn. Teacher Casey, take notes during class about kids and it helps your feedback to go faster.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've always written down like if they have trouble only or their rewards. And that's pretty much the only thing I've done, but I need to write down more of their personal thing, I think, to get it more personalized.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, because even if those lower ones, those like I said, that they write, if they say like a complete sentence, I'm writing it down real fast so that I can remember that sentence that they said, or something.
Good idea.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
And if they
And
show me something, the little ones always show you if they have like on a dress or something. So if they show me something, I'm always writing that down because I want to include that
right.
in my
I think
feedback.
it's NA. Oh, is it Nance?
It's
I thought
NACE.
NACE, right? Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
NACE, Mindy. I
Yeah.
always call her Teacher Mindy just because it says it on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't you give a shout out to your channel? Let us know what's upcoming or anything you want to tell us. This is your time to.
Well, it is my YouTube channel. What is the name of it? It's just Paula Rose.
Besides Practically Paula.
Practically Paula is my new. I've rebranded myself
It.
to Practically Paula, and I've changed my font. I mean, my colors and stuff to be a
Mhm.
little bit more neutral. Because Kelly Tag was the one that says, some of the videos that I'm making could be for other online ESL.
Yeah.
And so to expand that, I've kind of gone more neutral. There are still some that are specifically for VIPKid, but then
Mhm.
this way I can tag other just online ESL. So, and it's just under Paula Gross is what it
Mhm.
is. So, and upcoming, I have some. What do I have I just recorded some yesterday. Oh, I'm going to do like what is VIPKid, because in all the process of me getting my YouTube channel going, I've had a lot of my friends asking me, "Well, what is it? What is the
Hmm.
application process? How do you do it?" So I've done some of those videos for
Good.
that. So, yeah, that's coming up.
Great. I'm checking. I don't see any other questions in the chat box. Um, what is today? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
So Thursday, my live will be with Paige Howell, and of course, you're
Woohoo!
all invited. I know, I'm super excited. Um, yeah, that's all I have for today. So thank you,
Thank
Paula,
you.
for
Thank
coming,
you.
and
I've
thanks
had
to everybody.
fun.
Yes, we had a great
Yes.
chat. I love it, and the whole chat box was moving today, so that
I
was
know, that's
great.
exciting. I'll have to go back and look at all of it now.
Yeah. Thanks, Paula, and thank you,
So, thank
everybody.
you.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.